Hi guys, and welcome back to another video again with Powers. I'm Jake, and in today's video I'm gonna have a little bit of fun, and I'm actually gonna have like a little mini series, a 5-video series, talking about my top 5 most anticipated crowdfunding games that are on the way, right? And so these are games that I have either backed on Kickstarter or GameFound, and I just thought this would be a fun little video again and a fun little mini series to do while we're kind of waiting on some more of these Kickstarter games to go ahead and come in and just kind of fill some of the space and help you guys kind of get to know me a little better and what I like. And hopefully I can grab Sierra and join and have her join in on some of these videos, and so she can talk about some of the games that she's most excited about that we have backed on the way, right? And so again, the purpose that I thought about doing this video is that to have some fun again. And also, we do have a series called Board Game Got Backed, right? Where we're talking about, every month I'm talking about board games that I backed and Sierra's trying to guess them. But prior to us starting that series, I had a bevy of board games that I have already backed. And so, kind of want to give you guys an insight onto what some of those games are. And again, to kind of get to know me and some of the games that I personally like. And maybe you might like some of these games as well, and we have something in common. So today's video is going to be on board game number 5, right? So the number 5 most anticipated crowdfunding game, Kickstarter / GameFound game that I have coming on the way. So number 5, guys, is going to be Lobster Pot. All right, number 5 is Lobster Pot. So let's go and take a look at the Kickstarter campaign page here for Lobster Pot. So Lobster Pot, be a sore loser, pull your friends down, right? So escape a soon-to-be boil pot of water in this chaotic lobster-themed mini-game showdown for 4 to 6 players, all right? This is from Brian Walton, okay? And so Lobster Pot is a very hilarious, funny-looking game, all right? So before I dive into the game, though, let's go over... I want to go over when the game is supposed to get here, talk about that a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and dive into the actual game itself. So this was $40, so $39 base pledge. This was the only pledge that was available for this game, and it is set to arrive in June of 2023. Now, that being said, guys, I don't quite think it's going to get here in June. The reason for that is the most recent update they had in April of 2009. The most recent update on April 29th basically said the samples have arrived, right? And they received the samples from the manufacturer in China. They're pleased how they turned out. However, there's a few minor things that need to be fixed. And so they are sending that back to the manufacturer in China. And so we're kind of waiting. That was the most recent update. So we're kind of waiting to hear back from that. My anticipation is what that lets me know is they have not started mass production yet, right? They are waiting to see the sample, get 100% approval on the sample before they start mass production. So that being said, once they start mass production, that's going to take a couple weeks. Then it's going to take a couple weeks to get it loaded on the boat and the boat to get to port and then to the warehouses and then fulfillment happening after that. So my anticipation of this game is that it's not going to be fulfilled until maybe late August, early September, maybe even a little later than that, okay? But that's okay. I'm all right with that. Again, normally, if you guys are familiar with backing on Kickstarter or GameFound, anytime you are crowdfunding, 9 times out of 10, the games are going to be about 6 to 8 months. There's going to be a 6 to 8 month delay, right? Those delays happen for a myriad of reasons, issues with manufacturing, issues with production, things like that. And so that is the generic time frame of when games happen. You rarely ever get a game on the estimated delivery date, as always, because it is just an estimate. All right, but enough of me talking about all that. Let's dive into Lobster Pot, okay? So in Lobster Pot, you are all lobsters in a soon-to-boil pot of water. You could all easily escape if it weren't for one unfortunate fact. Lobsters are not team players and will drag you down, right? So through a series of die rolling, card playing, conflict resolving mini games, and some general chaos, you'll need to escape the pot and win the game. So let's take a look at the game components here. So you're going to have 6 lobster meeples. You'll have 6 standard dice, 4 custom dice, 36 lobster cards, okay? These lobster cards are going to reflect on the back, or they're going to have a color, and then on the other side are going to reflect the color of that lobster, right? So you have a blue lobster, brown lobster, red lobster, tan lobster, green lobster, and yellow lobster, okay? You will have the game board here, which is the Lobster Pot. As well, you will have chaos cards, which are going to do different things like affect the die roll. They're going to affect the positioning of certain lobsters on the board. They're going to be able to weaken lobsters or strengthen certain lobsters in regards to that, all right? Then you're going to have conflict cards. So whenever there's a conflict, these are the mini games, okay? And again, I'll talk about that more in depth when we finish the rest of the products that are in the box. And then we have 9 escape cards. These cards will be drawn when one person escapes. You're going to be presented with a scenario and go forth that way, all right? You have the dominance tokens in each color, and then 6 player mats, which hilariously look like a menu from Red Lobster, all right? And then you have the instruction booklet, all right? So those are all the components that will come in the game of Lobster Pot. So let's talk about how Lobster Pot is played. So all the lobsters will start on the game board at the very bottom space at the bottom of the pot. All right. On your turn, you will be able to play one of the lobster cards from your hand, okay? If the lobster card that you play happens to match the color of your lobster. So if I'm the blue lobster and I play a blue lobster card, I will go ahead and roll the standard 1 through 6 dice, and whatever my roll is, I will move up that many spaces in the pot, all right? So if I roll a 6, I'll be moving all the way up to 7, all right? However, I can also play a card of a different color lobster, and if I do, I will roll the 4 custom dice, right? And whatever my roll is, I will move that lobster down the pot that way. So if I play the red lobster card and I roll a -2 on the custom dice, I will be dropping the red lobster down 2 spaces. Okay. After that, you will have the opportunity to play some chaos cards. Again, these cards can affect dice rolls. They can move lobsters up and down. They can have a myriad of different effects. And for example, just taking a look at the shame card, right? It says move another lobster's dominance down 1 while looking at them disapprovingly, right? Double if you are at alpha dominance / level, right? So this is going to affect the dominance of a lobster, all right? And how dominance will work is over the course of time, as you have a higher dominance, you will get to add a +1 to your rolls. If you have a lower dominance, then you will lose 1 to all of your rolls. So different ways to affect the game and the outcome of dice rolls, all right? If more than one lobster are ever on the same row of each other, so if 2 lobsters end up on row 4, you will then draw a conflict card, all right? Conflict card, again, these are the mini games, and this is the excitement of the actual game, and I feel like the draw of the game. And so you will be enacting out different scenarios and playing different games. So for example, the one they have here, it says roll the most in 15 seconds, all right? So everybody will reach for a die on the table, and you will see who can roll the most of that one die in 15 seconds, all right? You have other ones like rock, paper, lobster claw. You got Russian dialect, guess the word, flip a token. Again, a myriad of different funny mini games that you can play, like in the video. If you guys watch this video right here, they have some where it's like a die toss, where you have to get like a little bowl or a cup and toss the die in there, and if you make it, you're the winner. Another one was you have to put all 6 die in the middle of the table, and everybody has to try and grab one, and the last person to grab a die is the loser. But whoever the winner is will get a bonus, and then the loser will have a negative effect happen to them, all right? With the escape cards, kind of already talked about them a little bit, guys. When one lobster escapes, you will draw a card, and you will read everything from the card, and different things will happen. You'll have outcomes, challenges, and different things like that, all right? That pretty much is Lobster Pot in a nutshell, right? So some of these stretch goals, bonus cards, unfortunately, we didn't hit any of these social stretch goals, guys. The first stretch goal we did hit, however, was the drawing set. So this goal will include an extra set of conflict cards that rely on pen and paper, all right? So some of these you can see: Aquatic Abomination, Blind Lobster Draw, a Draw Off, right? Tic-tac-toe race, lobster draw, connected lobster draw. So again, just a bunch of funny different things, drawing stuff on paper. And then the next goal we got was the contentious set. So this will include an extra set of chaos cards centered around enhancing or altering conflicts. All right. So these are the only two stretch goals that we hit, because I believe the game only hit, 13,000 with 288 backers. All right, guys. So this is Lobster Pot. So why am I excited for this game? Well, not only does this game look hilarious and funny, but it is also a party game, right? From time to time, me and Sierra do have game nights, and where a lot of those game nights, there's around 6 to 8 people at those game nights. And so we're kind of always in search for a good party game that's going to be a lot of fun, where a lot of people are going to be involved or want to be involved, and there's no real downtime to the game at all, right? We do have standard board games that can be played up to 6 players, but some of those games are, you know, with the higher player count, there's a lot of drag and stuff like that. So again, we're always on that search for a party game that we can bust out every time and everybody's going to enjoy themselves. So our hope with this game is that that Lobster Pot is going to fill that niche for us. Now, I did not originally know anything about Lobster Pot. I actually showed Lobster Pot to Sierra in a Board Game Got Backed episode. I believe it was the February one, and she was like, you better back this game. So I went ahead and did, but we are excited about Lobster Pot. Again, for the reasons being that it's a party game. We're hoping this fills that niche for us, that we'll always have this game out when we have those game nights, and it's just going to be fun with the mini games, and it's just going to be a fun ruckus, right? That's kind of what we're hoping Lobster Pot is. But this is my number 5 game, Lobster Pot. Again, my top 5 most anticipated crowdfunding games that I have coming up. Number 5 is Lobster Pot. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this video. This is a short and sweet video again. I want to make these videos kind of short. When I tried to do this and film it all at one time, it was like a 45, 50-minute video, and I was like, that's way too long. I'm just going to break them up into individual videos, so that way I'm only talking about them for like 10 to 15 minutes. But all right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you have not seen Lobster Pot, it is still going on right now. You can late pledge on GameFound to go ahead and pick this up. If you're looking for a party game, why not try this one with us? All right, guys. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when new content drops. Please go ahead and give us this video a like. And as always, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more awesome content. All right, guys. Be on the lookout for number 4. What do you think it is? All right. Y'all have a great one. Bye.